Alright, so you watch it and you knew what it meant, so you know where I stand. And when it comes to Sassy, with the words she had to say that I owe everyone an apology, she can go fuck herself. Okay? Who the fuck is Sassy? Just Sassy, I guess, followed me out of a whim, alright? She doesn't really like my content. She doesn't DM me and message me in private like the other 39 of my friends do. She's never done anything for any of my lives anytime I've ever been live. So once again, how the fuck does somebody of that standpoint where she is in her beliefs want to turn around and say, I demand an apology or I'm not talking to you? Don't talk to me. I don't even know who the fuck you are. So, yeah. You take that and stick it with Son, don't John. I don't give a fuck about that. And then on the other hand, what I wanted to explain was this. When I made that fucking comment, it was directed towards Shiki. Shiki, with the mental problem that she fucking has, that she showed on Breeze Live at least 50% of the time, 50 to 65% of the time, where she got sad, almost cried, actually cried, told everyone she got mental issues, she's got voices in her head, and also said she was going to kill herself, and then cried like a little fucking child when I invalidated her fucking health issue. That was all meant for her. At no time did I say anybody with a fucking mental health condition should have it. I said just in general, you know? But y'all fucking trolls like to turn shit around on people, especially men, to make them look bad. It's not the first time. I mean, her best friend Quad in fucking Boston did the same fucking thing. No matter how much they say that I'm controlling whatever, I'll never admit to that, and I'll stand firm 10 toes down. They got butthurt, not me. And lastly, as the concern goes forward, is no, I've never gotten an apology, nor will I go to Cheeky for one. Those weren't the apologies I was waiting for. I was waiting on the apologies for Sassy, Mimi, you, and every other fucking person to stand up on your fucking 10 fucking toes and admit you took Cheeky's side before even being concerned about me. Because as far as my concern, yesterday morning to today, the only people that were concerned about if I was okay or not messaged me in DMs. And not one of them were you. Not one of them were Mimi. Not one of them were fucking Sassy. Nobody. But Mandy had the time to do it. Mandy Island had no problem sending me that fucking message. Even though it's not her place to. So, once again, really? I mean, give me a fucking break. And also, think about this way for 1 second. What was the original war about? Let's go back to our first war, right? Whereas you gave me every excuse not to show up on a live, right? When I turned around and said, Brenda, myself, and several others in support of you were trying to stand up for you in that live that day. Did I not say that? Everyone's talking about you and they're providing receipts with your voice. What did you tell me? They're fake. Well, that's a lie because we all know what your voice sounds like. And it was you on panel telling Sal's and everybody else that was on that fucking panel, you got swatted. And it was after you got home from work, whether I think it was the ambulance corps or something like that, and you took a shower, came out, found 4 people in your house. Or 5 or 6, whatever it was. Then you told them you were sleeping and came out and found X people in your fucking house, right? That same night. I sat back, I told you, we're in support of you, but we cannot answer for you. You need to show up and stand up with us. What did you tell me? I can't, I won't. What's the point? They're all going to turn around on me anyway. They're not going to believe me. And then you said police station. You fought every which way to Sunday not to get in that fucking room. I told you that I do not support people who want to call each other friends who won't stand up and defend themselves with the people who are defending them. I find a high fucking disrespect in it. Okay? Now, let's go to number 2. You were in the live with Cheeky, and you were awake. You're all talking shit. You had time enough that Karen96, a close friend, walked into the fucking room, asked why you were fucking, y'all were friggin' showing Breeze live, and you called her a bitch dog, said you could do whatever the fuck you want, and threw her out of the room. Y'all knew I was back and forth in that live and what the case would be. And it's not the first time in front of Cheeky that I ever said, quad in Boston are my fucking haters and I hate their fucking guts. I said it several times. This whole fight was over that because somebody sent a picture of me saying that in Breeze Live. So what? They're my fucking haters, and it was the right space to do it in because they fucking hate them. So what's the problem here? This wasn't over fighting for my friends. This was over a baby situation that she personally took the wrong fucking way because of her mental state. Because it was never a problem before. I've never seen her have that mental problem before where she turns around and she's able to call people names, sit under the wing of somebody else like you or anybody else she hung out with to be a fucking troll. Had no problem mentally for that. But the minute she got questioned, oh boy, mental status came out. After she ended her live, where the fuck were you? That's my question. Where the fuck were you? You weren't there. You weren't in Breeze Live. And you said you made multiple names and they blocked them all. So make multiple more names. And be in the chat. Don't tell anyone who the fuck you are. Because the minute you name, hey, it's Pretzi or hey, it's me, bang, problem. You would have found your way up there. I bet you if Mimi were up there, you would have found the way up there. Hell, I bet you for Cheeky. Well, then again, no, Cheeky was up there and you weren't there for her. But you kind of did the same thing with Lisa and Dave, because Lisa and Dave got fucking doxxed and a whole bunch of other shit. And you said, oh, we talked, I took care of it. Well, no, you didn't take care of it, because guess what? She changed her name, she kept her name changed. She's been talking to me for the last month. So, where do you want to go with that? Nothing's ever changed, and she's still afraid to change her name and go back online and do content. She tried to do content here and there, but still afraid to change her name. So what did you do to support that? That could have been another thing you could have came into that live on that fucking day. That you wouldn't have been blocked and said, hey, Lisa and Dave had nothing to do with this like I did. And fucking please, just leave her alone. This is all me. But you didn't do that, now did you? So tell me how and why I should even let you back into my life. There's no offense. Twice I got fucking screwed. I don't think 3 times the charm would be a smart idea.
Alright, before I listen to any of these other fucking messages, let me clear something up and be very direct with you. You blocked me. I could not get to you. I told you after that to come talk to me in Discord or in a message, and you blew up thinking that I was against you. I was trying to get both of you out. I did not pick sides. You are both my friends. And as far as Karen96, I know who Karen96 is. I did not cuss her. You cannot fault me for that. People were messaging us telling that they were sending people in, and I read off the chat. Again, y'all are going off or assuming things when that's not what happened. If you took the time to talk to me and ask me about it instead of blowing up on this girl in a live, I would have told you and showed you the proof. I was rude to Karen because the way she came in was like, it's not nice. I didn't realize until she keyed up with her voice that it was the same Karen that talks to me early in the morning from the UK. That's my bad. I owe her an apology for saying because I can. But I can. Especially when someone is talking about me. Alright, before I listen to any of these other fucking messages, here we go. First of all, Archie, you had that conversation with me of to pick what to choose to how to end it or not. So I took your advice and I walked to the police station. I was in the middle of dealing with that when you told me to get on live. It's not an excuse. I don't understand. You told me to make a choice. I made a choice and then you demanded I be there. I already told you the solution to that is you need a code word. Or tell me directly, get in here now. We need you. Not just, oh, well, you're fighting for you and give every excuse. We literally just had a conversation. I didn't even know that you were on the panel until somebody told me, and I looked and I told you I wasn't home. I do not agree with you 100% on that. We're going to have to agree to disagree. I stand 10 toes on that. She has already told me stuff that you don't know. And from the point of view and being bullied on this app, I can tell you she was bullied until she broke. She was at the breaking point, just like I was with DJ Jeanette when they were fucking questioning me. And I screamed out, yes, I'm being paid. I already told them that they pissed me off, and I said it out of spite because I'm tired of playing these fucking games and fighting with people. Again, you need to step back and look at the full picture. Why did somebody I didn't know send me a picture to say you was in their chat? Why did somebody I didn't know send in pictures to this and saying that? Think, Archie. Fucking think. Stupid. The fuck I will. You will never, ever, ever see me back up Mimi. And fuck Sassy. And Mandy is nothing but a fucking flake. Just because I play along nice with others doesn't mean that I'm backing them 100%, Archie. Come on, bro. You're smarter than that. And as far as the cheeky thing, it's just like I stated. And Lisa and Dave, I'm still confused on that because we were texting in real life as you was sending me these messages. I asked her, what does she want me to do? All she had to say was, fight for us. She did not. She told me that they were okay, that you were taking up for them. I asked her, what did she want me to do? This is the last time I'm going to say it. You take it or leave it. You're going to make the decision. I can only give you the keys to the car. I can't drive it for you. I am sorry for not being there. You have to be more direct. I do not work. I have a heart issue that does not properly pump blood to my brain, and shit comes out backwards or aphasic, which is the wrong word. They twist words. I have been completely honest with you. And in my return, I did nothing but fight for you to get in there by you. Didn't even use the word Pretzi. I made all kinds of accounts. They were blocking it at the door. I don't want to hear that I wasn't there. I tried. I went and sat Pretzi on the phone on Beth's live where she was recording everything with the chat. And then I was on the other device trying to make stock accounts to get to you. They were blocking at the fucking door. All I can say is I'm sorry, and I can show you anything you want. Even the conversation with Lisa and Dave. But you're hurting a lot of people right now. And I mean majorly. I took your word as wise wisdom and did what I thought was the best thing at that time. If it wasn't the best thing at that time, I'm sorry. I'm only human. I fuck up. But that's also part of being a friend, is when you can stand in your friend's face and tell them they fucked up. And they still are there for you and appreciate when you told them they fucked up. So it's up to you. But I don't know what to say or do. But I have one question for you.
It's sad. Grown, yeah.
Are you
but I mean, do you
the
not
Sister
see what
Sisters
they do?
page?
Like, get the fuck off.
Take that post down. Take it down. That's not right. If you want to come after somebody, you come after me. Don't go after a child.
Setting you up to take the fall.
Okay?
And that's why
Chill.
you were put in the comments. So
You're saying shit to where you're going to push her to something you're going to regret. Please fucking chill. I am begging you. Take it down.
Jesus Christ, Pretzi, why don't you just leave a fucking book in here while you're at it? Fucking, you leave a message or a bunch of messages and walk away and fucking it's going, going, going. It's like you're talking to nobody. Wow, amazing.
I take care of my disabled mother from home. I can't just, when you're ready to talk, like, if something's going on, like, I have to feed my mom, I have to feed the grandkids. Come on, dude. You gotta give me some leeway here. I was in the middle of frying fish, making broccoli and cheese and coleslaw. Okay, do you want me to show you the text message? Because I have their phone number. You want me to show you the text message where I asked her, what do you want me to do? And I got blocked instead? And the sisters posted a page. I think it's Kaisu because it brings you to a Discord and they're all making fun of people in there, so I got the fuck out. Also, Mimi just got jumped by everybody on panel and nobody was there to help her, so you should feel good.
What? The post about fucking the video response I made the fucking vets after showed me all the proof and said it's not Shiki's fault, it's me, I'm the one who sent it? You talking about that video? Get the fuck out of here. None of them are fucking hurting over me. That doesn't fucking matter. Fucking Brenda. Alright, let's see. Let's go over your little list here. Hold on a second. Time out. Cheeky. Can give a fuck less about. Cause and effect, like I just said. She caused it. I was the effect. Nobody did anything to fucking settle it. Everyone took her fucking side. Didn't come to me. They didn't choose everything as neutral 50-50. They all felt bad for the fucking drama queen. So, Cheeky, don't care. And no, she deleted her account, probably made 10 other names like everybody else does, so she could be out here and whatever, and there's the end of that. I wonder why she deleted her account all of a sudden. Was she made fun of by people? Did any of my supporters go to her and fucking yell at her? Because they've been coming to me and telling me a bunch of shit. I've been nothing but answering messages for the last fucking 6 hours. Multiple messages. Brenda, another person. She's nice one minute, she's nasty the next. Fucking Brenda was nice to me, and then fucking after everything went down with fucking Cheeky, she turned into what she turned into too. Hey, it is what it is, whatever. Fucking, I've only really known her because she was what puppy. I only knew her. She was always in chat. That was about it. Yeah, she seemed pretty nice. I don't really know much about her. Yeah, doesn't really matter to me. Ricky Bobby took heavy offense over things that I've said and things that I've did, and that's by their opinion. or her opinion, pardon me, and whatever the case may be, and she doesn't fucking support anything that I've said. So another one, hey, opinions are like assholes, everyone's got them. You don't have to fucking listen to what I gotta say. There's a block button or unfollow button, you're more welcome to it. BB, don't really know much about her. I've seen her make a couple comments here and there. Still know nothing. Sassy, which I said before, Sassy ain't fucking hurting, because that's funny, because Jen came to me, so like I said, remember, Jen's been friends with me 2 years. Jen came to me today saying Sassy was asking about me and wanted to know if I was okay. She could have messaged me, but she didn't. Today, when I went into fucking Mandy Island's Live, who I support, who is my friend, left gifts, wasn't there to be there for anybody else but to leave gifts. Fucking, I told Sassy flat out in text, apparently you asked about me. Jen told me. And she goes, I didn't ask about you. I was like, oh. And before I could send that message, before I was blocked over everything else, turned around and said, hey, I get it. You can't speak truth in front of your friends. You're afraid your friends are going to fucking make fun of you. I get it. It's okay. I didn't get to send that message. Then I went over to her fucking message board. And I said, she blocked me over there. That's how I fucking said whatever. So that's when I blocked her. Mimi, you were already blocked, and anybody else that was in that fucking chat, except for Mandy, because I respect Mandy. Oh, I totally know how fucking abrasive I was. I wasn't abrasive to the sandpaper level. I was abrasive like fucking like pumice stone at times 50. And you know what? When y'all say y'all are hurt, how the fuck does that feel? Because you can't imagine how the fuck I feel. You know, but after getting some solid sleep, getting back to my center, I realized, why keep attacking? What is the actual purpose to attacking anymore? There is no purpose. I'm not about to walk into any room in an open fucking live and apologize to anyone, because my opinions are my fucking own. Get out of there! My opinions are my fucking own. And I'm entitled to my opinions as well as everyone else is entitled to their opinions. And if they can't get their fucking factory on what really I meant from what I said, then they're just as pathetic as everybody else, and they're considered to be trolls. There you go. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will come to me and demand anything out of me, unless you have some type of physical worth in my life. Sassy, no worth whatsoever. Once again, she doesn't message me, she doesn't talk to me on a normal basis, okay? She might have liked a couple friggin' videos I did here and there, but she supports nothing. And she's never been a part of my life. So, who the fuck is Sassy? That's what I say. She's like, you need to do this or I'm not going to talk to you. I was like, so? Don't fucking talk to me then. Like, you make like you're this big shit. Like, you're this big part of my fucking life. You're not. I can look down my list. I can name people that are a big part of my life, but I won't, because my luck, they'll all be fucking targeted. But I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which will be the newest message I got. 12, 13, 14. There's 14 people I've fucking spoke to today for the last 6 hours. Yeah, they mean more than anybody else right now. Well, apparently Jen came to me in a message this morning and said, Sassy asked about you. And it's the only Sassy I know, just Sassy. So I said, I'm okay. I was like, just send that message along for me, because I wasn't going to be on any part of the panels or anything else till later in the night, because I had other things to do. Woke up, had my coffee, got my head in order. I said, fuck it, I want to go out to eat. We went out to a fucking Pakistani place, or whatever the fuck it is, Kebab Paradise. We figure that one out. Maybe it was Arab, I don't fucking know. Took the dog out, ate there, left. I went to Walmart, picked up a bunch of shit I needed for my office. I went to the dispensary. I picked up fucking a what do you call it? A liquid vape, because fucking I was out of one. What else did I do? I went to I went to Walmart, went there, blah, blah, drove around, then took the dog and went out for another hour and fucking drove around. And at that point, I was answering messages for I'm trying to remember. I talked to so many people at the time. I messaged this person. I was messaging her for like an hour and a half. Actually, no, wrong. Still about just now, actually. And whatever. So you figure I've been talking to her for a good 6 hours, I guess. Then SB3, which I'm not going to name her either. I've been talking to her for 2 hours. AB, I talked for 10 minutes. SMS, I talked for 3 minutes. Jen, I talked for 1 minute. ONT, I talked for 2 hours. They don't really like you too much. ML, I just talked for 10 minutes and now she's live again. Lisa and Dave I haven't talked to in 2 days. And DM just said what happened, and I went with what, and they never answered back. Don't know who the fuck that is. Now you. Right now, where I am, okay, now I still don't know what video you're talking about. And I think you're talking about the video response I did to Beth after she left all this proof, stating it wasn't cheeky and I should apologize. And after I gave her a mouthful, because I knew exactly what it was, just really had to look at the name, but I didn't address the person, because I said I don't really know who you are, but I do, because she was named out in Breeze Live. As far as that concerned, my original video where I explained everything and saying, here's my updates, that's where my mentality is right now. That's where I am. Nobody can be trusted right now because of the fact that all this shit went down. And in the end, fucking, it's not the first time it's happened. It's like the 4th time it's happened this year. Shit, the narratives got turned around on me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, the whole quad thing and all that shit, they turned on me and said I was controlling. Not true. Then this, I've turned out to be somebody I'm not. But I am, but I'm not. I thought the fight was over protecting friends, and I didn't later find out till maybe a day and a half later that it was over quad in fucking Boston. My fucking haters. This little shit turned around and created a problem based on nothing. Left everyone in the fucking dark as to what it was until it was able to be spoke about. So, where the fuck is her head? So as far as my concern, whether she changed her name, left the planet, or left the fucking existence, is not even really my concern, because I didn't really fucking know her. Would I know her a week? I talked to her. I didn't know anything about her. I never knew she was pregnant. I never knew that she had some postpartum depression, or, sorry, better yet, postpartum neurological problems. I've had 3 people message me, including somebody that's had 3 kids that I've known for a very long time. She goes, dude, that girl's blowing smoke up everyone's ass to make people look bad. That's what she's doing. There's something called postpartum depression, yes, but, and then told me it's usually a 1 or 2 in 1,000 case that you can have a full-blown voice in your head and everything else. She goes, and I doubt she's got that unless she's emo and acting it out, or unless there was prior fucking problems. So we'll just leave that at that, but that's not medical fact either. So, yeehaw. Beyond that, I don't know if I could trust Mimi as far as I can fucking throw her. Reason was, we were just trying to become something, you know what I'm saying? But after this whole thing went down, I mean, she came to me and said, hey, we're friends, whatever. But the thing, when I was pissed and I said something off kilter about, you know, the whole CPS typhus bullshit or anything else, fucking, that's when everyone turned. So I was like, okay. And I did tell her in a message just earlier that day, about an hour earlier, said, if things go haywire and you need to support your friends, meaning you guys, and you have to unfollow me, I will understand. And I have no bad blood. So I don't wish to attack her or do anything in any way, but I did block her because of the fact that the way this shit went down, everyone fucking took a side, but nobody, and I mean nobody, messaged me to see how the fuck I was or said anything other than, hey, come over and talk to me, we're friends. That's fucked up. I think Mimi might have asked. I have to look back in the messages. No, she didn't ask. She said, please come here and talk to me, you are my friend. And I said, this beef isn't with you. I said, this verbatim, if you have to unfollow or have to take your friend's side, I totally understand. There's a war brewing. I've been quiet and let people get away with the shit. Why? I swallowed my pride. And now I embrace what everyone makes me out to be. They all will pay. You play with fire, you get burned. And I ended up coming in anyway. I sent her a voice message, said, fuck, I'll come in anyway. And that's when I was already nice and fucking boiled up and ready to fucking go, because I didn't want to go in there fucking first place. But I showed up anyway, just to give an idea of what I'm about. So, let me continue. So that video that I put out explaining the updates, beyond that point, I said what I meant. And I meant what I fucking said. Nobody can be fucking trusted. Women have this way of turning shit around on me like it's fucking, like their facts matter than mine. Now, I know what my facts is, and I know where my truths are, you know? And if people want to take shit the wrong way, or they want to fucking look at me the way it is, fine. But it's just fucked up, you know? It's really fucked up. After this whole entire situation, you don't know who to trust. There is too much proof out there. Way too much proof out there. Between you, between this one, between that one. I kept saying I wanted to stop the drama. Yeah, I was in drama lives, listening, trying to value information, and everything else. And honestly, fucking, it's just happening. It doesn't fucking stop. But it took all the things to muster in my own heart and my fucking head after I woke up this morning off a dream that I had a tail end fucking version to see within the 10 seconds of me waking up, saying that what I was about to do was going to be damaging for not just them, but for myself as well. I was going to do things that I'm not going to explain what I was going to do, but they were really bad and include people with disabilities and everything else. I did not care. And I stopped myself and said, what will it do? It might satisfy you for a little while, but then they'll make videos, then I'll make videos, and this will go back and forth in A and B and C and D all the time. It'll be months. Do I really want to waste 3 months or more fighting with people that don't matter to me? They're lower on the fucking food chain than me. That they're not even at my fucking experience level. Do I really want to do that? No. I said I wanted to stop the drama, and I did. And I just stopped dead and said, fuck everybody. So the bottom line, the hidden cryptic message that nobody understood in that video is more or less that people who I spent time with and made friendships with, that I basically sat back and broke my ass on, and this little fucking issue came up, destroyed the whole entire thing. And yeah, I'm kind of sad about it. But at the same time, I can't say I'm not used to it, because that's what's happened this entire year when you meet somebody and then somebody goes fucking rogue and all of a sudden something goes wrong. On and on and on. And it also happened last year as well. Remember, I was on part of the pro side for a little while. Not a part of them, but I was being neutral. I had friends, and then one by one they all dropped. It was hurtful. Especially Dreamer. Dreamer was the coolest person in the world. And what happened? Over something stupid she took the wrong way and fucking tried to trash me up on a live. I turned around and took the whole entire Discord and put it online. So here you go. And not just her, but everybody was mad about it. I had a whole live and had a fucking war for 3 hours with them. Okay, including fucking Sheena, who was trying to talk sense to me. And guess what? It got nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So, that's why I took the hiatus for a month and a half. That's why I invested in laser technology and everything else to get my mind off shit. And that's why I came back out and said, fuck it. Here I am, this is what I'm fucking doing. You know? So this happens on a constant. And I'm just sick of taking my shirt off my back for people because, you know what? Maybe, and I'll use kind of what Mimi's doing, going to God and all that stuff, and getting baptized and all that stuff. Let's use a point of church logic here. Maybe God puts people in your life for a reason, for you to learn from something or to embrace something, you know? Now, I'm not about to sit here and say, I regret meeting everybody I've met so far, because if I didn't meet people, then I wouldn't get the experience I gained from meeting those people, you know? That's pretty much the way I want to see it. But at the same time, I know my worth. I've always known my worth. I know who I want in my life and who I don't. And when you have consistent problems with many fucking people, and then you say, maybe I should go back and be their friend again because they seemed really cool, and they burned again and burned again and burned again and whatever, you start to say, you know what, maybe you're too nice. Maybe you're too fucking forgiving, so to say. And it's like, no, that's not what I need in my fucking life. I know what I need in my life. And obviously, the people I met are not them. Everyone took a fucking side. Once they heard her story, nobody thought about me anymore. Okay? Other than the whole, hey, somebody should have been there to stand up and to fucking support this. No. Somebody should have stood up and stopped this. No. It happened. There's no way to stop Cheeky and what she was doing and say, hey, don't fucking do that. He's on our fucking side. Have some type of conversation with her. No. It was let happen. And it's, to my knowledge, that, in all honesty, I think it was planned. Because in the last few weeks, a lot of people got thrown to the wolves. Let's see, Chanel, nice person, turned her wolves. Jen, nice person, turned her wolves. That's only a few, okay? And guess who was next? Me. I was thrown to the fucking wolves. So who else is next in this debacle of shit? You know? Almost like it's all planned, like to get him out to stop the support and bring up the drama, you know? Who else could be next? I don't know. We'll see Mimi maybe? And she'll be judged, she'll be dumped out. Sassy, she'll be dumped out. And it'll just go on and on and on. And then either Mimi will stay on her course with fucking doing the church shit, or say fucking embrace what she does and come back out and do what she does. Because I've seen her change colors a couple times and talk to Brie and everyone in such way like she always does. So, I don't know. You tell me. And the Scissor Sisters account, because everyone's fucking asking everyone, is it you, is it this, is it that? I wouldn't have the time nor the day to sit back and do anything against somebody I don't have a problem with. Okay? I actually like Sal. I think she's a really cool girl. I mean, she treated me with respect. We talked on panel. I promised to make her a fucking mug. I still do. Because the only time that she ever sat back and didn't have a war with another man, we had a conversation for an hour and a half and we didn't yell and scream at each other. I promised Ski I would do it too. You know, I'm a man of my word. But whomever has such hatred for a girl named Sal's, I have no idea. I can give you a couple names, though. I got a couple speculations, but that's about it. And that's all they are, speculations. Without receipts or proof, I can't fucking really point that finger at all. But, you know, like, I know about who's attacking Quad and Boss and everyone else, if that makes any sense to you. I've known for a while, actually. And it's somebody that I actually know, you know. And good. I hope that fight lasts months. But like I said, I know who Fun Times is. It's really funny. So yeah. But beyond that, like, I mean, you know, I don't know what more to say about it. So other than that, the updates at this point, just to speak beyond that video, I am just neutral right now. And I have no decision on who I'm going to talk to, who I'm not going to. Because all those people you mentioned did not message me, did not ask me how I was, did not say, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you mad at me? Nothing. So, tell me why that I should care whether or not they're hurt. How do you get hurt over somebody you don't really fucking know? You know? Because if it were me, and it was the tables were turned, let's say, I would have checked. I mean, hell, I check on Lisa every couple of days. Make sure she's doing content, talk to her, have a conversation. You know, it's a vice versa thing. You know? As long as I know about it, of course. If I know something's going on, or if I'm within the structure of knowing whether or not something's going on, I'll make sure I check on people. But that's just me. Not everyone's like the same way. So yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I'm bantering at this point. So I don't know what I'm doing with this situation. I appreciate all your messages and stuff, and I'll value what I see. I haven't made a decision on whether or not I want to turn this situation around or not. I'm more or less on the 50-50 and valuing what my knowledge in history tells me and whether or not I want to do this again or not. And that will change on its own. Whenever it decides to change on its own, I want to sit back and think about that. But exactly where I'm at this point says I'm not doing or saying nothing. You know, I'm just going to continue to make content and do what I do. And maybe in time, maybe they'll come to me. Maybe they'll tell me how much of a good friend I was. But as far as my concern, every one of you lost something. Every one of you over this entire situation. Now, I don't see that I'm much worth it, but maybe to you guys I was. That's something y'all get to stew on. Y'all get to stew on every bit of that. And then deal with it as you need to deal with it. You know, and maybe in time, who knows, maybe we will talk. Maybe we will be friends. But because I'm scarred from it, I don't think I would treat it the same way. I wouldn't stand up for people to do anything because of the fact, why? What's the purpose? got burned twice, so why would I do it a third time? You know? So I would just be like everyone else in your chat. I would just be a chatter or somebody that's following the drama, and that's about it. But learn a valuable lesson nonetheless. I feel like I'm making 1,000 messages here. Learn a valuable lesson for the future, that for wherever you may or may not meet, whatever the case might be, that do unto others. You know what I'm saying? You know the old saying, do unto others. And that's my message to everybody about this. You know, don't ever let something like this happen again. If you think somebody's a really good friend, hold them close and actually treat them like a friend. Because one day you might lose them, and you might regret it for whatever reason. But as we're sitting now, I haven't made a decision whether or not I'm talking to anybody or not. I'm just doing my thing. I'm talking to the 11 in my list. They seem to care a lot more than anyone else right now, so I need to get back to that. See you later. You know what I just thought of? Just something smart, just out of nowhere. And I was having a conversation with some people who don't really believe in you and believe anything you're about. And we converse back and forth, all of us, and there's a cause and effect to everything with you and Legacy, right? First off, I don't know why the hell you were blaming Steftone or anybody else coming in that room for doing anything, and then blaming 17 or 18 different people, not literally, not verbatim, about Legacy being on somebody's panel and the information getting out there. You know where the information came from. It came from me. I told you that. And I sent it to him directly. So that was message number one. And then the chat script was pulled, put on my TikTok, and Brie and everyone saw it and took it and ran with it. That's probably what happened. But beyond that, which I admitted in the chat after Quad and Lisa called me out, and I said, yeah, you're right, 100%, I did do it. You want to know why? Conspiring with the enemy. That's the reason why I fucking did it. Because I don't believe anything. I believe you all fucked me over in your own little fucking way. That's just me personally. You know, my opinion. But if you want to exonerate the situation, there's only two sides to this story. Your side and his side. Now, either he really was throwing you under the fucking bus and using you as bait to get him where he needed to go and be a part of this community, or option two, you baited him first and you got into an altercation with him that caused him to be that way. So, I would take your chat script between you and him, if you're smart, omit the pictures that nobody needs to see, but just the plain old chat scripts, and post them. Or show them to somebody. So, people will learn to believe you if you are right. That Legacy really did this, because that would be an important ordeal, and then they can attack Legacy and take care of it, if it's true. But that's the only information we don't see out here, so how the hell is anyone supposed to believe you over him? But if it's not true, then somebody needs to come out and tell the fucking truth, and say, hey, I tried to ruin this kid's life because of this, that, and this, whatever the fucking reason is. So, maybe that's something you need to think about. Which is it? Is he really as bad as he is? Or did you bait him on a dating site and something transpired you didn't like and try to leave him, hurt his feelings to get him to turn that way? It's the only story I haven't heard yet. Just saying. Or hell, even better yet, I know where I can get the chat scripts from. I can just contact Legacy myself and I can find out for myself. I mean, he's pretty much open to giving it to anybody, from what I've heard. So we can all really find out what's going on here. Is it or is it not the truth? That's the question. Were you trying to ruin somebody's life, or was he trying to do something malice against you? That's what's rolling around my head right now.
That is not what happened. They was already fucking with us. That's what I keep trying to tell you. They knew that we were streaming them because the shit had already started, and Belinda was talking to Cheeky through the comments. That's how I knew that you valued our friendship and that you're seriously hurt that you thought you was in 2 fights without help, because you already made the comment to me that you only fight with the ones that you have friendship or care for. Everyone else, you already made a decision, it's not worth the fight. Yes, it's clicking. I have told you since that night it was set up. And don't make me pull the clip of the live, because you can see me physically calling Cheeky on her phone to get her off the panel, to grab you and get you off the panel. And she kept hitting ignore because she was upset. That's what I said, come talk to me for. Because they've been messaging me, and you sound so mean and angry, they're afraid to approach you because they look up to you. They get all excited when you're on the panel. They love when you talk. They don't like when your mother-in-law is blaring a TV. And because you talk low. But they are there for you, but they're just disappointed in what you said, and I think it was more of a shock factor. I understand you. I get it. I lived in Providence for a year, and it's a different type of funny up there. It's hard to explain. Y'all's humor is different. But that's...
Yeah, so I sit back and I wonder why you asked me if I was a statistics accountant, because if you think about it, you would need a good chunk of money to do those AI videos, because I tried it and I failed. You know, because I don't really... AI music is one thing. But to sit there and do those videos, it costs lots of buku money. I spent $21.99 2 nights ago on it for 16,500 credits under the assumption that I would get 108 videos. But their advertising is just like Burger King. Here, this meal with a hamburger, fries, and a soda is $8.99, and when you say I want medium this, extra mayo, this, that, and this, they tell you it's 11 or 12 fucking dollars, and you go, well, yo, what the fuck? And they say, well, those are prices for small. Who the fuck eats small fries and small soda? I've never seen that in my life. Well, it's the same thing with this. They say you can get this if you generate very basic videos. You want detail? It's 26, 4,000, 8,000 credits. The better part is AI fucks up all the time, so you might get a good 1 or 2 videos working, but if it fucks up, you lose monster credits. You go, holy crap, I just spent $26.50 to 4,000 credits on a video that didn't come out, and you can regenerate, but you still have to spend another 26 to 4,000 credits again in order to regenerate. It doesn't refund you and say, hey, you fucked up, you owe me money. No, it don't work like that. So after you go through the 16,500 credits trying to learn it, then all of a sudden it goes, hey, you want a recharge, 40,000 credits for another 20-something dollars for this as a monthly charge, so you can buy advanced months. And I'm like, no, I ain't fucking doing that. Yeah, it's stupid. I made one successful video. The rest of them fucking, the AI depicted something completely different and played a different game. So you're not doing it with no cheap fucking program, or maybe you can, because I've heard that away from Apple, Android, you can do something for Discord. There's some AI fucking program that I guess doesn't cost a lot of money, but the main one was Kling AI, and this site has I think it had fucking 8 or 6 models, or maybe it was 9 or 10, I don't even know, but there's a lot of models you can choose from. Each one does something different. So whoever is doing it has very, very high amounts of money to play and doesn't really care what they spend, and 2, has either figured out a way to get past it in all its wonderful glory and paid not so much to get it to do what it wants to do, or it can be small snippets of clips, and it is a freak program all spliced together in order to make it look like it's one whole fucking video. But I've seen some of those videos that Boston did, and I'll tell you something, that takes money to do. There's no way around it. The technology's too new. a lot of people keep speculating you, but Mimi states that you don't have that experience with AI. But based on what is known from your past to your present, you're known to be of one mind and then another, okay? And say and do things kind of weird, but at the same time, sometimes it seems like you have almost like a GPS routed plan, however the hell you do it. Whereas being here, I can stir up trouble based on me saying this, that, and this, in order to go somewhere else and be on somebody's side while people not noticing that you did this, that, and this, and try to make amends here and create a war over there and back and forth and back. You know what I'm saying? You're very detailed. It's like, all right, like for instance, look at this entire chat. You went from one tangent to the next, to the next, to the next. All like this is detailed. And the problem I'm having is trust. Trust is what I'm having a problem with. And I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I did what I did for the lazy ordeal because I believed you were conspiring with the enemy, with Cheeky and whoever else was involved in outing me. That's why I did what I did. And it was supposed to go a lot further, but like I said, I didn't want to. Had nothing to do with defeat, had nothing to do with anything else. I didn't get defeated, nothing. I just don't want to fucking do it anymore. You know? How the fuck you walk around for 3.5 weeks telling everyone, yeah, I'm a part of the drama, but I'm trying to change the mind of others, go back to content creation. It's sickening, dude. You know how many people are getting hurt over this fucking crap, dude? So many. It's not fucking worth it. At the end of the day, if fucking TikTok got delayed tomorrow, we'd all be screwed. Nobody would be able to talk to each other. Nobody would find anyone. Without notice, without plan. Then what? Back to the fucking Stone Age you go, that's what it is. I'm hoping that you find them on YouTube and every other platform. And then it'd probably restart over there anyway, even if you did find all these fucking people. It's kind of crazy. You know? Like I said, I don't really have any problem with Sal's or any of them, you know? But I'm also getting details from my followers and my supporters and even new people, which I'm having a hard time believing, because somebody recently came to me and, hey, I need to tell you something that I know about all these people. And they said it in that Man the Island is fucking live when Steph and everyone are up. If you unblock me, I'll tell you. And I said, okay, done. I unblocked them. And I got a fucking mouthful of this person's life and this person's tragedy with other people in our circle. And it really had almost nothing to do with what was explained to me. And then all of a sudden, then the last voice message was. But yet, there's no receipt stating so, but I told this person, I went, people don't like that I'm flip-flopping between lives. And I sat back and I thought to myself, and there's people that want to dox you, and I don't want you to get hurt in this and that. I went, things you need to understand, I've been doxed multiple times already by Naomi 4363. Why? Tit for tat. And I can't go after her because all her information's already out there. There's nothing really to attack her about. All you have to do is sit back and wait for her to croak. Which she keeps saying the story that she's so bad and her life expectancy and all that shit, but she's still here. So by the time she croaks, the world would have ended already in order to make views and content, friggin' following and fucking subscriptions and all that shit. So don't hold your breath. I was like, come to the house, you better come in open arms or you might leave with a bullet in your head. Simple as that. You know, I don't play. And protect the people I protect, and that's the end of the story. And that's what should be on all of everyone's fucking mind. And if it turns into a legal battle, I don't know if anyone knows enough, but if you've seen price tags of what I've bought recently, it's not like you don't have money. It's not like you don't have the time to stand back and say, hey, I'll get a hold of somebody legally. I will go dark. And I will wait to strike again, and I will make sure I take care of what needs to be taken care of. So, people aren't fucking untouchable. Information can be found. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't, like I said, I don't care otherwise. And that's really where it is, you know? So, there is that situation. And that person is probably not going to last on my chopping block very long because she said, hey, I got information for you. and then made it about her for the first four audio messages, and the fifth, here we are. This is the same person that I've been damning every time she comes in chat, and then finally fucking ignoring. And I've told a lot of people about it. You want to talk about somebody being swatted? This was one of those fucking people. So, and in real life swatted too. So, and she came to me, and she's gonna be automatically blocked soon unless any viable information comes out of her. Just saying. But there are others, of course. Like, for instance, I get into a lot of things like you. I sit back and I'm a little detective. I read into messages and comments and everything else, trying to figure out what somebody means by something. Now, understand, fucking, I protected Brenda because she was a part of the Katie Cakes ordeal with you. When it comes into friends missing me, you named all people except for Cheeky, which I care less about. But you named all these people that are afraid to come talk to me when most of them are on shill accounts, okay? So, like the troll accounts, right? So, whatever it is. But at any time somebody can come and say something and then say, yeah, I'm making a new name and go off and do what they do, you know what I'm saying? There weren't people on panel. So, I don't know where you're getting that line of shit from, but whatever. You are not the only voice of the whole fucking community, no offense. I'm not trying to be like that. But let me get to the point of being detective for a moment. Me being a little detective, I read a lot of your shit, and I read into it several times on and on and on. And you said something that clicked into making something else true that I've been already saying. Because in the past, people have used their weight, so to say, to turn around and make somebody look bad based on what they think will touch the crowd, so to say. And I heard already said Shiki did this purposely, because there's no person on the planet that does that kind of neurological flip in a whole, 45-minute period of time, like a little fucking 10-year-old child. Doesn't make sense. You said in your paragraph up there, Shiki did that to you to ground you to show how she was hurting. Read into that a couple times. And you know what that means? She did to ground me? That means she faked it the entire time. See my point? So that being said, that means, if I repeat myself any times, because I don't know when the end of my messages are, I just assume them. What that means in time is, if you said that I was being grounded by Chewy because she was hurting, and we now know what the information really means, that means you were in on it, she was in on it, and anybody else is in on it at this given point. You were in the know of something because you just admitted she did it to do this, okay? That's the way it was perceived, okay? What I don't understand is I was a part of that chat today at Mandy Islands, regardless of it being listened to or not. You pulled Steph in, and you gave her a mouthful because you didn't trust her because she was left with legacy and alive somewhere about questioning whatever that she doesn't remember, of course, but I haven't seen that receipt yet and whatever. And beyond that, y'all were skating around the truth as to who posted the information for Legacy to find out. Not once did anyone mention me except for Quad and Lisa in the box down below. She goes, you started all this. The originator was you. And I went, 100%, you're right. Because I feel Pretzi was conspiring with the enemy. So, she was my first target. Like this was meant to happen. For some dumb fucking reason. Okay? Lisa said the same thing. I said, I know you're right. And I said it in my own 2 little paragraphs saying, I'm the one that turned around and put Pretzi out there. I'm the one that went to Legacy and sent him the messages. I'm the one that said, there's a chat script, and that'll double confirm she told me this because it has her voice in it. Simple as that. Then I posted the chat script. Yet we're skating around the fact that everyone else put out the information, including you, of your own fucking demise. And in between all that, all this bullshit is happening. So was Steph another one to hit off the chopping block after me? Let's just judge the entire fucking system at this fucking point. That's why I said you're very detailed. That's why people are speculating this Scissor Sisters account might be you. Simple as that, because of the way you carry yourself on here. You know? crazy, right? So that's why I'm telling you, if it isn't you, come up with the chat scripts omitting, and omitting means taking the spicy pictures out. Just put a big X there, or whatever the fuck you want to do, or fucking blur it out, whatever. Put it out there. Who was the person that threatened, well, actually, no, better yet, who was the person that started the war for him to threaten anybody else? Because I think it's a sad excuse to ruin somebody's life without rhyme or reason. Were you hurt because he broke up with you? Was you hurt when something transpired with him? How did it fucking happen? And if you provide that suggestion, and you are telling the truth, it clears your name so nobody can say you're lying. Now, will it clear everything? I'm not sure, but at least something somebody can put in the record books that they get information on. On the other hand, if you had everything to do with what he turned into present day, then I would still display it, and say, okay, I did this and this would happen. Because nobody really knew you sent spicy pics. You heard Rookie say it. She goes, ooh, pics, the spicy ones, the ones want, and like I said. So, here we are, Like, I mean, the way it's going is, why I said it could be you or somebody within the group is because of the fact somebody would have to hate Sal's. Sal's friends with Katie Cakes. Ding dong, could be you. And there's more to it than that, but if it is you, I applaud you. The reason why is because you spoofed an entire community of fucking people trying to figure out who the fuck the Scissor Sisters account is, and at the same time diverting attention away from everyone and outing people out of the group in order to do what you need to do to basically take everyone off the trail. Friggin' 1 minute the fucking Sal's the sister account has videos, and all of a sudden only has one video. Taking people off the trail. The Katie Cakes thing kind of is in the connection with you, with whatever's going on, so it kind of makes sense if you think about it. But it seems like maybe you're getting the AI for somebody else. The only other person that would have spent money on that AI or had anything to do with it, even though Quad and Boston and the rest of us have hatred for that side already, based on past experience, that it was about Brie, but not only Salzardi and everybody else. It's not hard to say that somebody's got the videos to do that type of stuff. I think it very well could be Boston, because she's the only one showing she does those AIs and might have the money to do so. I don't know. Don't make sense to me. And nobody else has done it because everyone else has copied them and kept them on their page. Like Cheeky copied what Boston did and saved it on her page. Quad copied and has information what Boston has on her page. So obviously they don't have the technological know-how. But then again, there's other little keynotes here and there. I mean, there's somebody that followed me recently and told me I'm the person, not me, I'm them, the person who's been messing with Quads and everyone. Because they said Fun Times is the one that came around to attack them, after the whole Brie debacle stopped. They said they weren't fighting anymore. But I don't seem to know who Fun Times is. And I keep saying it, I know who Fun Times is, because after I had the war in that live, the person came to me on an alter account and said, hey, I'm the person that's messing with them, and they cannot handle it. They did this bad and that bad and this bad and yada, yada, yada. And I'm conversing with it. It says hi to me every time I enter a live room or whatever, and I would say hi back and whatever. Why? Because Quad never getting what they deserve. And I'm like, you know what? I applaud it. Because nobody knows who Fun Times is beyond the names. I haven't heard it yet. It's in every room I go into, even with Quad and them around, and nobody has said anything about, hey, that's the person that fucking's been messing with us. But not to leave too many thousands of messages, but now you understand why I'm in neutral terms between the anti and the pro side to view and value information. Now you know why friggin' I stay on hours time trying to figure shit out. And the reason why is because if not, I wouldn't know who any of these people are. People come to me and tell me shit and all this other fucking garbage And they're names I don't even fucking know. I've had even more people show up and say, hey, I'm a silent watcher, but, and gave me a whole buttload of information from something else. You know, it's good to be around or at least seen or known, because then people come out of the woodwork saying, well, you know what, you've been acting this way lately, so I'm not afraid of coming here and saying, hey, this is what's going on. And have I released it to anybody? No, I haven't. So I'm a lot more in the know than you think I am, you know? But not really at the same time. Oh, and by the way, while I'm thinking about it, because I totally, didn't cross my mind, in technicality of posting that chat script, okay, it kind of exonerates you and I to some degree. Because rumor had it, while all this bullshit was going on, that a number of people came to me and they said, is it true that Pretzi sexted you? I went, where the fuck did that come from? And they said it was on the wire, so to say. I said, well, it didn't come out of my fucking mouth, so I don't know what anyone's fucking talking about. So somebody came up with that fucking story. And that's the entire chat script that I fucking have. So therefore, that's what I posted and that's what you posted. So if nobody saw anything in between that, guess what? That now doesn't hold water anymore. So you're welcome.
Yeah, I woke up today saying that me and you are sexting, and I'm like, we both posted our messages. That's stupid. Cheeky is not faking it. She didn't do that. She's telling you stuff. I've seen it in real life. It is her diagnosis, and y'all pushed her to that point to where it slipped out. Come on now. You know what happens to the best of people when they piss you off. Shit just comes out. I didn't post Stephanie in that. I already said what I needed to say to Stephanie and blocked her. I did it privately. I don't fucking care. Someone invited her to the live and said we was talking shit about her, and I wasn't. I was answering these questions of what happened on the other panel. Skipping around the truth? No. And grounding what? To bring y'all back to reality, that it's all a setup and fun and games? Like, I'm tired of saying it. And chopping block, there is no chopping block. If you fuck me over, you fuck me over. And that wasn't the first time Steph fucked me over. That's what y'all don't know. And I already warned her that I was about to block her because she goes out there and talks about everyone behind their back. Scissors, thanks for the compliment. But no, I don't have the time or energy to even do that. I don't even can't get the program. All I have is iPad and an iPhone. I don't have time to do all that shit. He called and woke me up and threatened it over the phone. So I can't give you a chat script that doesn't exist. Okay? And by y'all going in a live to see if it's true is under, not you, them, revenge porn pictures. And that's how I feel. Y'all want me to cover up my picture to show y'all that I'm not lying. That's humiliating. That's why I told you I have nothing to hide. Go fucking get it. I don't care. It's not like another man doesn't have it that I've been with or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. He was never my boyfriend. We met on Facebook dating, and I could show you where he texted, and he wanted to go into fuck with them and whatever, and he did. And most of our conversations was over the phone or in a live. He's never my boyfriend. He lives 2 hours away, and we just met, talked, and I had no intention for him to be my boyfriend. I don't like being with another redhead because it's not feasible. We're just too spicy, and he's too much of a fucking douchebag, and I have that right to say that with the shit that he said and done. I also have Boston on my list for Sister Scissors. I've said that from the beginning, that she produces videos like that. And you could do whatever you want. I don't care, Archie. Like, you can be friends, you could be neutral. Everything. I'm bluntly honest, and I put it out there to be bluntly honest and transparent. If they don't believe me, that's on them. And I'm not fucking playing. Like, I'm fucking hurting. I'm hurting that you even asked me for the text thread to, like, cover it up. Like, why? And it's not in my messages because I removed the picture because my grandkids play on the phone. But it's in my locked folder. I can show you that. Like, I can show you what picture it is. I told you, there's 2 versions of the picture. So I know which one I sent him. I know what we talked about. So you don't believe me, you don't believe me. I don't care. I'm done. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting for my life. I'm tired of being bullied. I'm tired of people coming to my house. I'm tired of the threats. I'm tired of everything. You cannot treat people like this. So just make up your mind. Like, if you want to be friends, that's fine. If don't, no, like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who to trust, who not to trust, who to trust, everything. I'm fucking done, but I'm not going anywhere just because that's what they want. Fuck them.
It's not a compliment. I mean, it sounds like a compliment in your eyes, but to me, it's not really a compliment at all. And the reason why is because, like, look, I have a lot of talent. So I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. But at the same fucking time, dude, AI is a new fucking animal, dude. I mean, I can do AI songs, and I can do certain things with AI, like fucking with Jarvis and all that stuff. That's one thing. This AI video shit costs way too much fucking money to even learn about. I mean, even if they had a fucking way to learn AI video for free before putting it out, would be smart. But people are like, hey, look, new technology. Pay all this fucking money and fuck your credits up. It's not worth it. Why would I attack Sals when I don't have a damn problem with Sals? And 2, why would I spend money on her? That just makes no sense. Spend money on your fucking haters. Wow. What a good way to waste money when I have other bills to fucking pay. I got a house to pay for. What, are you fucking kidding? Well, no offense. You know how I said do unto others, right? People are coming after you because they have a reason to believe that you are a part of something. No offense, you kind of are. You kind of put yourself in the wrong situations all the time, and then because of your heart to your brain ordeal, you forget and you act out or you do something stupid. So how can you remember whether you did something or not based on your health status? That's my question. I mean, let's say you got me, who can't trust as far as I can throw you, because you were conspiring with the enemy fucking cheeky. Everyone took her fucking side before talking to me. You keep telling me all your sides, but the problem is I'm having a hard time believing it. You're kissing my ass up and down saying you want this friendship back, but you've done nothing to me to hold on to that friendship or strengthen that friendship. It was all me. Every time you miss me, and you say, oh, we miss you, Archie, and everything else. You miss me so much, you ask me for a fucking favor. You know what that's like? That's like having somebody around just for the favors, not for the person they are. I stand up for my friends, I stand up for my fucking family, and they do the same for me. You have not shown one inkling of doing any of that. So how am I supposed to sit here and trust you for a third time around? Just saying, you know? Fucking, I acted out. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell you weren't alive outing Steph Tone for laughing with Legacy over something that doesn't make any sense. People can do whatever the fuck they want when they want. They don't have to believe in you. When she said, she goes, she doesn't really believe anything you have to fucking say. But yet you're targeting her. You know how many people have been targeted in the last week? Jen, fucking Sassy, Steph Tone, me. People are eradicating us out of nowhere. That only makes you guys look more criminal. Does that make any sense to you? I mean, it's common sense here, Pretzi. Common fucking sense. An eye for a fucking eye, bro. You know? Fucking, you were the controller of the little girl you taught to be under your wing. Her name was fucking Cheeky. She taught you to control and play fucking games under your fucking wing. You taught her something stupid, and she got hurt by it. Once again, your fault. And then, when fucking somebody required your fucking help, where the fuck were you? Nowhere. And you make every fucking excuse in the book. But I bet you were watching that live. I bet you're recording it. I bet you have a screenshot of it somewhere. I wouldn't doubt that for one fucking moment. Because you seem to be all up in it all the time. I mean, let's be totally honest here, you know? That's all you ever do. I never see you doing content. You're always recording somebody's live and trying to fucking find out information on fucking people. You're like the ultimate fucking drama troll in reality here. Come on now. And you can take that as a compliment. Huh. What I've learned about you in all these 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks we've been around, you are very detail oriented. You know, you act like you're innocent, but you'll be the first one to go out and cause the fucking drama. You know? That's why a lot of people are speculating it's fucking you, because all the puzzle pieces fit. That's how crazy that is. You know? And along the way, anybody that's under your wing or by your side is also getting blamed too. You know? Fucking crazy. But in the end, like I said, each and every one of us are all getting eradicated. You said it yourself. Me, and fucking Mo Nelly are next. So what do you think's gonna happen in that situation? Everyone's gonna break up and turn into drama queens again. There's gonna be no change with anybody. Everyone's gonna be at each other's throats. And who's left? You and whoever else you want to trust to put in your fucking plan. Crazy, right? Oh, and first off, she put herself in her own fucking situation. Nobody pushed her to that point. She pushed herself to that point. At no time did anyone know she was hold hard for her friends Boston and Quad. Nobody knew. As far as like concerned, Boston and Quad weren't even a part of our crowd. They're in for fucking drama. That's why they were in the rooms. Until I found out later, oh, they are. I'm like, well, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have gotten a part in this first place. But I tried to talk to Quad them today. I said, you know what? I said, Quad. I said, you don't really seem to know me from me. I said, have I not been nice? Did I not remember your anniversary? Did I never say that fucking I was going to send you shit in the mail for your brother? I was like, and I was going to make you pay because I didn't think you had the money. Just trade me Dr. Squatch soap. Did I not do all that shit to you? And now you hear you at my throat making lies about me. I was like, so what's that to say about you? That was in Mandy's live just a little while ago. I fucking told everyone point blank what I meant, how I said it. I was in there saying what I mean, meaning what I fucking say, and every other fucking thing. You wanna know why? Because that's who I am. I am a true motherfucker. I always have been and always will be. But like I said, when people get under my skin, I act out. We know this. And another thing, I also fucking mended the fucking friendship between Sassy and I that we probably had for a short period of time, whatever, saying, and I told her, had the explanation with her, saying, you know what, you need to understand who I am, and maybe you just don't know me yet. Maybe you'll have the opportunity to get to know me in time. But understand something, I am not what everyone's making me out to fucking be. All I've been doing for 2 days is clearing my fucking name. And where the fuck is everyone else? Nowhere. Why? Because I put them there. So, I'm doing it on my own. And I'm going to get every one of the friendships that I fucking lost over the last couple days back. And I'll tell you right now, fucking, God forbid we find out whoever's trying to eradicate us is anyone within the fucking group, it's going to be taken care of. I'm going to tell you right now, somebody's getting fucking dumped somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling people, you know, you can follow who you want to follow, do what you fucking want to do. But when it comes to loyalty to me, fucking, I just want my fucking friends following back. That's it. You know what I'm saying? All this shit should not have fucking happened. But it did. And now it's questioning who's a part of it and why is it happening. And it keeps happening. Now all I hear is blames to the other side of the fucking gypsy community or the drama talk community. And I don't think it's that. I think that it's all within. And it's any one of you. That's the worst of it. So a lot of people will be watching a lot more closely now, no offense. A lot more. Especially me.
Again, I went to go see what was going on with Mimi about Katie Cakes threatening her and everything, because I had just fell in that Discord and seen what Mimi posted, and I went to go see what she said, and she said my name, and I showed up. Someone invited Steph to the live after Mimi asked me. She was confused on why I sent her a message to ask if she was in on the setup. because they were mass inviting me. And she said what happened, and I told her what happened and why I felt hurt. There was no shit talking. And I asked you to help me with Sal's because I feel safe around you. That's a favor? What favors have I asked you for? When I invite you to the live, it's because they are asking for you in chat, or I enjoy fucking hanging out with you.
No offense, Pretzi, but there's two sides to every story when it has to do with you and legacy. There's always a cause and effect. You're not going to tell me he just out and did that out of nowhere, okay? Because if he did, that would be criminal. But because you and him shared a space between a dating site to coming to TikTok, something had to transpire to make him turn like that if he did, or something you did to make him turn like that, or maybe something he did to make you turn like you would have done, and you saying something nasty to make him turn funny. You understand what I'm saying? There's always a cause and effect. This is not a one-sided information. I don't want to value both fucking sides, because if he's truly wrong, the community will fucking put him out there. That's what Bree and everyone's trying to find out. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Well, you have nothing to hide, and what I said was, redact the pictures. I mean, I don't want to see the pictures. I don't want to see the revenge porn or anything. I'm saying, find a way to go on your paint program and black them the fuck out. Completely. And I want to see what was... I mean, it's either clear your name or clear his name. It's one or the other. Okay? We've been through this before. And if you can provide such chat script and not what's on the phone to see where everything went fucking haywire, then we can get the big picture of who's really in the wrong here, you or him. Because you could be ruining a man's life, okay, over your words because something went haywire. And if it's not true, he can lose his kids. He can lose anything, like his job and everything else, all because of the power of you, or whatever is bothering you at said time. Maybe it happened when your heart wasn't pumping enough oxygen and blood to your brain. I don't know. You tell me. But if he can't provide anything, not at least an inkling of something, then there's nothing to go on. But you said you have nothing to hide. There's these chat scripts do exist because he has them. He has some of them at least, from what I heard from Steptone. Why not just put it out there and let's find out who's telling the fucking truth here, you or him? I can't judge you and I can't judge him without fucking receipts. I can't fix it unless we have the fucking receipts. And you are the queen of having fucking receipts. So there should be no reason they can't be provided. Just black out the parts that nobody wants to see. Okay? Whether you're talking back and forth, giving each other dialogue, that's one thing. But the whole fucking picture thing, I don't give a fuck about. Yeah, but the picture has nothing to do with the information that absolves one or the other. I don't want to see the pictures. I don't know why you keep pushing to show me a picture that doesn't matter. Okay, whether it's clean or not. Because I'm not chauvinistic. I'm not that kind of guy. I mean, how many times do I got to repeat myself? I'm married to what's my 24 years. If it meant something to the case at hand, fine. But I really just don't have any need to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to play that. I just want some type of chat script between you and him and where the fuck it went haywire. So at least I exonerate one of your names and get this fucking taken care of. If it's him, the community will push it out there to people that are important. So he is shown to be what he is. So he doesn't hurt anybody else. But if it's not him and it's not you, it's unfortunate. It's kind of going to go the other way around. I'm trying to be fair here. I'm trying to be totally fucking fair. It's either you or him, and the truth needs to come out now. Because the truth's already out there. I mean, all it took was me emailing Legacy, showing him the things, telling you who I did it, posting the chat script with the audio there. They wanted, maybe they want to hear two sides of the story. That's not what the post was put out there for. The post was put out there for the fact to show Legacy that you're not faking this, because you pulled that shit on me once. You sat back and went, I said, I heard verbal audio. That's not me, that's fake. That's what you said. Well, this, I proved otherwise. These are the chat scripts that she's sending to me, and who knows who many, and anybody else in this list. And there's a snippet of voice talking about him. And I put it out there. That was the whole point that went out. You know, let's settle it. Let's figure it out. Let's out the motherfucker who did it. If not, let's just be open about it. See, I can't help out with sales because I'm neutral with her. I had an open conversation with her on a panel for over an hour and a half out of respect, and we didn't attack each other. I don't have a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? And if she ever wanted to come talk to me, or if we were having a conversation in an open fucking live setup, whereas we have to trade fucking comments back and forth, I'd still would treat her with respect. Because she never did me any harm. Helping you with her would be impossible because everyone already has a history on you. Everyone already knows something that's about you. You have audio files, you're lying. They get audio files, you're telling stories. They seen you're doing these fucking, these live events showing other people's lives and everyone else. People are fucking chippy-eyed around you because they think there's something about you they don't fucking like. You know? So how am I supposed to go to somebody I don't really know that I'm neutral with to help you with? Think about that. I can't read any of these until I stop the truck, so you have to wait a little while. Like, I don't know, like a half hour.